Welcome everybody back to my channel. Let's get into this. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is another episode of Just a Sit Down. And this is where I put out a certain topic and I talk about it. Give you my opinions. And this is a place where you give your opinions back. I've done this type of video back when I first started Just to Sit Down, but I'm going to do it again today because I got some new friends, new people in the jungle, and they've literally asked me some questions. So I figure I'll go back through it today. So here we go. Now I'll set the stage for you. When I was younger, I went to I was a career firefighter, and fought fire for a living. On my days off, I did odd jobs, build decks, whatever we did on days off. Honeydew list, have fun, whatever you do on your days off. Started getting pains in my stomach, and I just kept blowing it off, thinking it's just gas. So I've always had stomach problems all through my childhood. I had an ulcer and spastic colon and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into the medical terms about what they mean for those, but I always pass it on as that. I probably ate something I shouldn't have the night before, and it's causing issues with my stomach. Blah blah blah. So one day I went to work and I was just doubled over in pain. Well, went to the doctor. They did a bunch of tests on me thinking I had cancer, but it wasn't cancer. But it turned out to be a diverticulitis. I was in a hospital for a week. Well, it got better. Well, you don't ever get better. Uh, Diverticulitis is kind of little pockets in your intestines where little bitty food particles can get up there and get it infected and flare up. That's what happened. Um, Anyway, so I had to change my diet. Look at me. Anyway, I couldn't eat no corn, popcorn, anything small, sesame seeds, anything because that will get in my pockets and cause it to be infected and flare up. So I had to quit all that stuff. So I did that for a while. Started feeling a lot better. Then I would every once in a great while eat something like that, and it usually never did bother me until about a year later. It happened again. Well, this time I really did the job. Um, my colon basically, or wherever the diverticulitis was, basically ripped my intestines apart. So we were getting that. Well, it didn't rip. I mean, it was just real bad off that. I was going to have surgery, and they were just going to cut out the bad part and sew it back together. Well, I started getting infection, and I had to wear drain tubes and stuff before the surgery. Then I got a pulmonary embolism because if you read up on it, it doesn't have to take a traumatic injury, but all it does is a rupture. I mean, your body change, and that's what happened. My body was changing because of this infection, and my body threw a clot and went in my lungs. So I was already on the verge of death. Um, so anyway, so I couldn't have the surgery for another 6 months. So I sat around the house 6 months with drain tubes coming out of my belly, draining the infection because if I don't, I'll get septic, right? Anyway, finally 6 months came and went. I didn't have another blood clot, so they went ahead and done the surgery. They did microscopically, which I should have recovered just fine and go back to work. That's what I was hoping. Well, not how it planned out. After surgery, the first surgery, I did all right. I got up for physical therapy and I felt something tear in my belly, just like something just fell. to the bottom of the earth, the pit of my stomach. I'm like, that didn't feel right. And I told the physical therapist that something just happened and nothing felt right. Well, she didn't listen to me. Well, the physical therapist didn't listen to me. And I had to go. We did a CT, and then they rushed me into emergency surgery where they finally just cut me wide open, and because my intestines split open, and I had a lot of bowel in my stomach. I became septic. Then I got pneumonia on top of it. So about a month and a half, I was on life support. They get in there and they fixed it, and they put a colostomy bag on me, and I was on life support for a month and a half. Then on continued care for another month, and I had to go be put in the nursing home for another month and a half to learn how to walk again and deal with all this. And in that meantime, my thyroid died. So now my metabolism is gone. It died. I mean, they called it a dead thyroid. I'm taking medicine now, and they're still trying to fix it where it regulates it, but it's still not where they want it. Because then I swelled up like a marshmallow now. I was always a big guy. I mean, don't get me wrong, this didn't happen overnight. This beautifulness didn't happen overnight. But I was bigger than I've ever been in my life. So we're still trying to control that, and I'm still trying to watch what I eat. Sometimes I do good, sometimes I don't. But we're getting there. But anyway, I was on life support. I learned how to walk again, and now I got a colostomy bag the rest of my life. And in the pulmonary, I smoked and ate smoke for 20 years on the fire department. I smoked cigarettes and ate smoke fighting fire for 20 years. So my lungs are pretty screwed anyway. That pulmonary embolism didn't help any. So my mobility is low. I can walk around this room okay. I just can't stand very long. And I still have we call mobility problems where I still get a little lightheaded because of carbon dioxide in my blood. I mean, this is what happens. So I still get a little woozy, so I can't stay and walk very far. I start getting dizzy, and it's just no good. So I try to stay stationary. I stay where I'm at. I'll get up when I have to, go to the bathroom or get a Lego set or get some Lego, whatever. Then I get back. I'll go fix my plate. But I'm not walking miles of a morning, which I'm trying to walk around the house and try to build it up. But it's hard to do. But anyway, that's my struggle. And that's what I'm fighting through when I'm going through. But that's what brought me here today. The Lego group, not the Lego group company, but you guys, the community out there that watches, and I consider my friends that come to my live streams, watch my videos, who I hang out with. If it wasn't for you, I'd probably be dead. Lego saved my life. I was getting depressed, working every day, then into a sudden stop. I was depressed. Sitting around TV, I was just getting depressed. And I've said the story before. I was watching Lego Masters, and I just mentioned to my wife, hey, I used to do that. And then she went out and bought me some Lego the next day, and that's how all this started. And then I got on YouTube looking for, trying to find Lego stuff, and I found this community, and if it wasn't for this community and Lego, I'd probably be dead because my depression was really bad. Get to hang out with you guys, talk to you guys, build Lego with you guys, do YouTube with you guys. I couldn't ask for anything better. And I do appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. But yeah, I just don't. I mean, that's my story. That's how I got to where I am at today. God bless my wife, you guys, my daughter. Wasn't for you guys' help, Click and Cliff would not be here today because I was on the road to some terrible. And I'm glad I got to fight through that and you all helped me. So that is my story. How I got to Lego, what happened to me. Um, you know, I was in and out of the hospital. I was in and out of the hospital as well after the surgery. Something was always going wrong. It seemed like I was, there's a couple other hospital stays I stay at because of what was going on. Now I'm blessed with life. I get to live. They weren't sure about me there when all this went down. It doctors, everybody was amazed I pulled through it. I'm amazed I pulled through it. I don't remember much of it. My wife told me a bunch of stuff, and I don't remember a lot of it. Um, I'm just glad I'm here today, and you just got to keep hope because there is good out there. So anyway, this is the end of my story. If you like it, please hit that like button down below. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the Click and Cliff if you haven't done so. And remember, y'all, clicking ain't easy, but it's fun. Until next time.